Today is Friday. It is Fish Fry Friday.
Yes, it is.
It is October 3rd, 2K14. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Good Friday morning. We're always excited to have a Friday roll around.
We've got a great show for you today, and don't forget it's Fish Fry Friday. We'll be out at the Herman Park Center and in Mount Olive today, and we'll be enjoying our lunch and our dinner out there as well. But who's on today's program?
Today we have Center Street Streetscape Update. That's
Center
a lot
Street
to say,
Streetscape?
isn't it? It is the Center Street Streetscape Update.
That's
This is our
easy.
third update, letting you know what's happening downtown.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, hey, not always.
Yeah.
And let's see, we also have an interview today with Habitat for Humanity. It's a great interview. Excited for you to see both of these.
All right, here we go.
That's right. Let's see. Good afternoon and welcome to Goldsboro Center Street Streetscape. This is our third update. We're here to provide information for you on a weekly basis and bi-weekly basis on what's happening downtown on our Center Street. Thank you so much for being with us, and joining me in the studio today I have to my right Miss Julie Metz. She's the director of the Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation, and I also have to my left Mr. Martin Beach, and he is the project manager for TA Loving, which is the company that is heading up our Center Street project. Thank you all for being in the studio today, and here we are again, ready 4 weeks in, ready to give another update. And Mark, if you would sort of review what you all have done up to this point.
We've at this time completed going across the intersection of Mulberry Street, putting the 12-inch water line in, and we also patch paved that so that they could have it open for the Beak Week weekend. And we're moving down the first block of Center Street now, putting in the 12-inch water line. We've gone all the way down Center Street, removing the west side part of the southbound lane as far as the asphalt and the concrete under the asphalt so that we could access it for the water lines. We've also started the east side of the southbound lane. In the last block, we've taken the asphalt and the concrete out of that block. We're working in the second block now, and then we've come back and we'll remove the soil that we've got piled up on top of the asphalt there. We're letting it dry out a little bit so it won't be such a muddy mess coming out of there, and then we're going to remove that and get it off site, then take up that last section of asphalt and concrete in that first block as we continue down through the Center Street, putting the 12-inch water line in. At this time, we're getting ready to cross over in at the Walnut Street intersection.
So Julie, because of the different changes in parking, we've made some adjustments. Would you tell us a little more about where we've made these adjustments and how the public can be aware?
We added 7 sandwich parking signs to help direct people to downtown and the different public parking venues that we have to offer customers of our businesses downtown. And so there are sandwich signs that are bolted to the sidewalk, directing people to where they can park. And I think we had some extra directional signs this past weekend just for the Beak Week, but those have been removed. So the signs that you'll see there now will be there throughout the project, helping, like I said, direct people to
So it should be pretty obvious where public can park at this point. And we've got quite a few parking lots open to the public in the downtown area. If you have any questions, we ask people to give us a call and we'll direct them and give them more additional information.
Plus we have a map on the City Streetscape website. There's a map delineating where the public parking spaces are throughout downtown. So if you have any question, you can just access that
Exactly.
map.
And that's on goldsboronc.gov. That is the city's website. Click on the Streetscape link and it'll take you directly to all this information, including the map.
Right.
And weekly we put updates there as well on where the different parking changes are taking place, what road closures have changed, how directional traffic is changing. So that is the best place to go, correct?
Right, and you can get pictures of the progress of the construction project, and you can also, now there's 2 webcams throughout the project site, one at the Paramount Theater looking north, and then one at the City Hall looking looking south down the project. So you can view the project at your leisure of your own
That's
home,
right.
24 hours a day.
It makes it really nice. I've tried it myself several times, sitting at home, pulling up the iPad and looking, and it really is a fantastic view in the comfort of your own home of what's happening downtown. So we're watching you work, Mark.
Keeping track, everybody.
We sure are. We sure are. So here we are. We're getting ready to have the next 2 weeks. What can we expect?
Right now, we've just closed down the intersection at Walnut Street, and of course, coming up from the east going west, you still can turn right and you can turn left, but you can't go across the intersection. Coming up from west to go east, it's blocked off there. You can come up and still park on the street, but then we turn you around and you go back out Walnut Street, heading back out west to get out of that area. We should have that closed down. Hopefully we'll have it opened up by Wednesday afternoon. We'll be moving on down Center Street, second block. Towards the latter part of the month, around the 26th or so, we'll already have run the water lines over for the meters and for the fire service going down in the first block. And then the 26th, we plan on taking out the right-of-way curbs up against the buildings in preparation for the sidewalks to go in. So at that point in time, we'll shift another fence in there and move the pedestrians. Instead of walking down in that first 5 foot from the building, they'll be on the other side of the fence walking on the pavers, but still have entrance into each individual building. And we hope to be at the end of the month down all the way at Spruce with the water line connected and have the test on our lines, so that we'll be in preparation for hooking the new systems up to the buildings the 1st of October.
So things are happening fast.
Moving along.
Yes, they are. So the main change that the public will see is in front of the storefronts. The fence will be moved over. They'll still have a direct link and direct access to all the businesses, but it'll just be moved over 5 feet.
Yep.
Okay. And also, we want to make sure we make clear, when you are on Center Street coming from Ash Street, from the circle on Ash Street, and you're entering onto Center Street, it is still one-way traffic, correct?
Yes.
It is
And
one-way
the
traffic.
southbound lane is still one way, and then the northbound lane is still one way. And then when you get down to the intersection of Mulberry, that's where you have to turn and go over to the northbound lane to go south.
Exactly.
And then it's two-way traffic the rest of the way down Center Street.
Right. And we want to make sure that is very clear so people are going the correct way.
Right.
We want to be as obvious as we can about that. There are a tremendous amount of signage down there that direct people. We just want to keep it clear.
Joe and Mary Ellen at Thistleby have seen quite a few people
I
go
can
the
imagine.
wrong direction down Center Street off of Ash. So.
Yeah, we want to make sure that people are going the right way. We're trying to take care of folks. Banners on the fence. There are quite a few businesses that have along the fenced-in area that we're working on right here on that side of Center Street. There's quite a few banners put up that businesses have done. Can you give us a little more information on why those banners are up?
Well, we just wanted to make sure we gave the businesses enough opportunities to advertise that they're open and still in business, construction or not, and everything's back to normal, or everything's normal for them. So we've given them the ability to create business, sale, or any kind of advertisement that they want to do for their business, and they're able to put them on the fence with our size dimensional requirements that we've suggested, and then they just need to give them to us, and our Public Works Department will hang them up for them.
So they could be constantly changing
They could be
throughout the
constantly
season.
changing. If they have sales, special events going on, they can change them as often as they want.
Wonderful. So now, as we give these streetscape updates on this portion of Center Street, we have other projects going on downtown in the city. Can you tell us a little more about those and what we're going to do to get that information out as well, Julie?
Sure, Kim. We have 2 more projects associated with the Tiger 5 grant. One is the construction of the transfer center, which is going to take place inside the Union Station property within the gated area.
Right.
And so that shouldn't impact any of the neighboring property owners. But the other project associated with that, and that will connect the Gateway Transfer Center construction to downtown, is what we are calling the Walnut and Other Streetscape project. It's a more I shouldn't say superficial, but it's a more above service kind of streetscape project. It doesn't incur as much under construction or underground work as the Center Street Streetscape project does. But it will cause some inconveniences to the property owners while they're paving the street and going to resurface the street. They're going to put brick pavers in the sidewalks, install some lighting and street trees. So and that's going to take place on Walnut Street from James Street to Carolina, right to the front door of Union Station. And then it's going to affect all the streets that wrap around Union Station. So that's 100 North and 100 South Carolina, 500 East or 500 West Mulberry, 500 West Chestnut, and then Georgia Avenue that runs along the back of the tracks. And so it's a 12-month project. We sent out letters to the property owners 2 weeks ago informing them what they can expect in the next 3 months. But we're going to start initiating another video update, project update associated for just them within the next week, and we hope to put that out to their viewing every month.
Perfect. Yeah, once a month we'll share that information and try to keep everyone updated on that part of town as well, downtown. Exactly. We've got a lot going on. Our downtown is ever changing, and so excited about what it's going to be and look like and function in about 15 months. It's amazing the transformation that is already happening and taking place.
Well, and it's interesting to me, as much as we've been conversing with the public and putting information out about the project for the last several years through the News Argus, through radio, through our own, the newsletter, whatever. I just ran into Becca Scott Reynolds, a photographer in town on Friday, and she had no idea about the 18-foot granite fountain that's going to be the centerpiece of our project.
She hadn't heard that yet.
Excited about it because now she has a new place to
take
do
photographs.
All her downtown
That's
photographs.
right.
Because she regularly uses downtown as a photo drop
sure.
for all her photos, so she's excited about that. So,
well, since you've mentioned that, give us an update for those that maybe this is the first time they've seen our update about the 3 different intersections and how they will look so very different.
Well, one, we'll do away with the traffic signal system. We'll have roundabouts that will help people get around through downtown, and each roundabout will have a focal center point piece. The roundabout at Mulberry Street and at Chestnut Street will have art installations. We are not sure exactly what those public art pieces will be yet, but the intent is to have rotating art pieces that might stay there for a year and then rotate out so we can keep it fresh and new. And we'll be working with a committee that is comprised of our DGDC Design Committee, the Arts Council, and probably the Historic District Commission to help guide the council on what those pieces will be. But the center focal point will be this 18-foot granite water fountain that will be centered in downtown at the intersection of Walnut and Center Street.
Can hardly wait to see that. It will give downtown such a different feel just by having this huge, beautiful water fountain happening right in the middle of our downtown.
Right. We're excited.
Thrilled about that.
Yep.
Yeah. Lots and lots of changes taking place downtown Goldsboro. Is there anything we've missed, Mark, that we need to share that you can think of?
No, I can't think of anything at this time. It's moving along at a steady pace and trying to keep everybody informed of what's going on.
Absolutely. Is the rain slowing you guys down at all?
Not a whole lot. It has put a little bit of a mess to the job. But,
a muddy mess?
A muddy mess, but it does keep the dust down. But we're trying to work through it as best we can and keep things clean so that the roads stay clean, the streets don't have mud tracking everywhere on them.
Right. Well, once again, we want to remind you all that if you want to see what's happening from the comfort of your own home, you can go to goldsboronc.gov, click on the Streetscape link. It'll take you for all the information that regards what's happening downtown with our Tiger Grant and our Streetscape. We've got pictures, we've got 2 webcams from 2 different angles that you can sit there and watch what's going on day or night, 24/7, all trying to make it convenient for you. Thank you both for being with us today. We'll see you again in about 2 weeks to see what has taken place. And this is what's happening downtown Goldsboro. Joining me in the studio today is Mr. Daryl Atkins. He is here talking about his personal experience as a homeowner through Habitat for Humanity and also now an ambassador for Habitat. Welcome to the show, Daryl. So glad to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So you are a new homeowner, or almost a new homeowner.
Yes, I
for
am.
a Habitat home. Tell me a little about that.
Well, Habitat for Humanity is a nonprofit organization to where we're Christian ministry as well. What we basically do, we build these homes for low-income housing through people with low-income housing through families. And I was selected to be a homeowner with them, and I'm just so happy, I'm blessed, and I'm grateful to kind of just go on this challenge and this journey to really say I could officially have a home of my own that I never had before.
That is fantastic.
I'm
When do
really
you actually get
enjoying
to move in? Do you know?
Well, not officially right now. I'm still working towards that because there's some guidelines and some rules that you have to do. The whole object of it, where Habitat is, you have to help build somebody else's home in order to help build yours. So it's just amazing. I really enjoy it. I really do.
So have you been a volunteer for a while now with Habitat?
Yes, I have. I've been a volunteer with Habitat roughly now for over 16 months.
Good for you.
And I'm really enjoying it.
So what have you done so far?
Well, I got a hammer and nail, put up some plywood, and I just be going to work. I did some landscaping, and I just really appreciate the Habitat staff, you know, the construction people out there, and they just show you a whole lot of things that I never done before, you know.
What do you think about all these volunteers from all over our community that continue year after year, week after week, to come be a part of Habitat and building homes for others?
I think it's great to have those volunteers. I mean, without them coming out there and putting in their free time, their own personal time and hard work and dedication to help somebody else have a home to move in, it's just so wonderful. It's very overwhelming to just see people giving their personal time to come out and help build another home for somebody else. It's awesome. I think it's amazing.
How do you think being a homeowner for the first time in your life is going to change your future?
It's going to really change my future. Like I said, I never owned a home in my life before. And this will be my first home. I'm originally born and raised in New York. My parents, they were here and they came to New York and had a better life, and I came back for them, and sorry to say they both deceased now. So I'm just moving on forward, and I just want to have a home and just have a beautiful future. I have a beautiful daughter who's 12, and my reason and my mission for having this home is to make sure she have her room, have her a good place to stay when she come and visit her father. So I'm just happy and I'm blessed through the Habitat Foundation that they really chose me to be a homeowner.
Good for you, Daryl. I'm very proud of you, and I know your parents would be too.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
They would be.
Yes.
Now, one of the things that we talked about earlier was Habitat builds 8 to 10 homes per year.
Yes.
So their goal is to build, and make sure I get this right, in the next 4 years, they want to build 100 houses right here in Wayne County.
It could be done. It could be done. I think with this goal and this vision that Habitat has, they're making it real important to build these families homes for low-income housing people. I mean, we're just truly blessed, and we're all being screened and being looked at. So I just think just the coming up future for it, I think Habitat is going to reach their goal, because I know when I do get my home, I'm going to still continue to go out there.
That was my next question.
And volunteer and just continue to just give my all in all. I just love this program, and it's just helpful.
How do you feel like being a part of this process from start to finish, which I know you're not quite finished yet, but you know, having to build other homes, knowing that that home that you're building is going to be handed over to a family and how it's going to totally change their life. How does that make you feel? Wow,
it's very overwhelming. I'm just so happy to know that I put some hard work into making sure that a family could be happy. That's the main goal, is to reach out and help people. See, in this process, one thing about Habitat Humanity that changed me, you got to help people. You got to help people. You have to help people.
And these homes are not given to you all for free.
No, they're not.
That's a misconception sometimes.
No, they're not. It is. It is. It's like you build a home, I build a home, and then you're here. No, it's not. Like I said, we earned this. It's an earning process.
So you spend lots of hours being a volunteer through Habitat, and then there's lots of other criteria that goes along with it, correct?
Sure, absolutely. I do a lot with Habitat. I'm one of their, you could say, ambassadors and homeowner, and I just love the program.
It sounds like we can hear the enthusiasm.
I'm just very enthusiastic about this program. It has helped me change my way of thinking, my way of looking at life, dealing with Habitat Humanity. You know,
wow.
I just want to continue. I want to do great things, and like I said, I love the staff. You know, I always come in there, I try to be happy as most as possible on the construction site or at the restore or even at the office. So we have a beautiful team of good people who really cares about helping others. So.
That's for sure. Well, what would you say to people in the community that have thought about volunteering before, but they've just never made that phone call, or they've just never shown up at the restore or the office? What would you say to them if they've thought about it, but they haven't quite done it?
I would say to them, go ahead. And I have let people know that it's a goal and it's an opportunity for you to have a home. But it takes a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears that you need to really kind of focus in making an achievement of a goal. You know, I think this is a goal for me, and I want to achieve that. And I just want to let the people know out there that it's very important to just give back in your community. It's very important. Volunteering is free time of own personal wealth. So you got to give back. You got to give back in your community. So
I totally agree. Well, the theme for this year is building better futures in our own backyard. And it sounds like with the goal over the next 4 years of building 100 homes here in Wayne County, that's exactly what Habitat's doing, building better futures right here in Wayne County, in our own backyard.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I wouldn't have it no other way. You know, Wayne County, we're beautiful.
Yes, we are.
We're beautiful. We're beautiful. We're beautiful. And Goldsboro, and to build these homes in our own backyard, to just broaden the horizons for these families, it just makes it so sweet. So I'm just really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it.
Well,
so.
tell me about a couple of the events that are coming up. There's a faith build coming up. Can you tell me what that is and maybe when it is?
Okay, the faith build that's coming up, we having some care people that's coming in. They've been in the program dealing with Habitat for about roughly 9 years ever since the program started. And they're coming and they're going to help us build these homes, and they're just awesome people. And you know, one thing that I like about it, that when they do come, I could get to cook for them, I feed them and make sure everything is good, so they stay with us and everything is just great. So I just really enjoy it. So
Is the Caravores Challenge, which is not the Caravores Challenge, but the Caravores build, is that similar to the faith-based build?
Yes, they're both similar. Like I said, it's just a group of people that just come and just really love to enjoy and build these homes, and I get to work with them as well. So I have a
Sounds like you're extremely involved.
I am. I have a good time working with them. I have an excellent time working with them. So.
Well, tell me about the Collegiate Challenge.
The Collegiate Challenge is a beautiful thing. I like that, especially when I see a group of young people.
These are college students, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
College students from all over the United States.
All over.
That take time from their spring break.
Yes.
So instead of sitting on an island somewhere, sitting on a beach somewhere, they come here to Wayne County, to Goldsboro and Wayne County, to give back of their time and build houses.
Yes, they do.
Now, I heard something kind of crazy.
Okay.
I heard that in 60 seconds, y'all built a house? How in the world did you manage that?
Well, I don't know about 60 seconds, but I could say we go as quickly, as fast as possible. And then the thing about it, though, I'm not going to say 60 seconds, but I could say between 3 months. At least 90 days. That's kind of good of achievement to have a home built from the ground up. So with the volunteers and the help that we get from all these people, it's just awesome. I just really enjoy it. So.
Well, Daryl, there's a lot of things that have been covered today. The most important that I've gotten from talking to you is the fact that this has made a big difference in your life. This has changed you. Becoming a part of Habitat is giving you a better future.
Yes, it is.
And we can't ask for more than that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Well, thank you for being with us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
As a homeowner and also as an ambassador for the Habitat for Humanity right here in Wayne County.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. That's what's happening right here in your community.
All right, that was great.
It is. You know, I really enjoy doing the streetscape updates. I feel like it's a way for the community to stay connected, know what's happening downtown, find out what has happened in the past 2 weeks, hear what's going to happen in the next 2. And the merchants downtown, we want to thank them so much for working with us and continuing to be patient and open. It has been a good partnership.
Yes, it has. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for today. So we'll see you at the, and
Fish
please
fry.
support the Shriners Fish Fry. It is for the Shriners Children's Hospital. Please, your tax-deductible donation of $8 will go a long way, and if you give more, please do. See you then. And until Monday, have a great weekend. Drive carefully, and we'll be back in here Monday morning about this time. Okay, until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.